In today's video, we're going to talk about something that's a little bit more serious, and that's how to tackle the issue of fake Facebook profiles. If you're feeling a little bit anxious or worried about these fake Facebook profiles, well, you should be. Your worry is not misplaced. There are two really bad things that these fake Facebook profiles can do for you and against you. Your identity can be stolen, and you could be falsely represented by these fake Facebook profiles. And in this day and age, that could land you into a lot of trouble. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 15 actions that you can take in order to protect yourself from these fake Facebook profiles. Number 1, do not delete your profile and do not abandon the platform. You know you're the real you, which means if you abandon the platform or you delete your Facebook profile, you're just letting that fake or that imposter take over your identity and assume it as their own. That can potentially be dangerous for you, especially if they say something or do something that is against the law or would otherwise get you into deep trouble. As much as possible and for as long as you can, you need to stay on the platform to protect your identity and to make sure that all your friends know that it's you. Number 2 is to use a strong password manager and to regularly change your password as often as you can. I think you've heard of this urban legend that the most common password in the world is, well, password. That's really silly, but I think there's a grain of truth to it. I would suggest that you start using a free password manager tool. Personally, I use an app called Dashlane. These apps and password management tools can create randomized passwords for you to make sure that even you have a hard time remembering what these are. All you have to do is remember one master password and you're set. Number 3 is to inform your friends and family immediately of these fake Facebook profiles. In case a fake Facebook profile claims that you said or did something that you know is not true, you'd have your friends and family to at least vouch for you. They can also help you get the word out that the fake Facebook profile is not you. Number 4 is to change the privacy setting for each post that you make and for each section of your profile. This is a great time to review what sort of information you'll be comfortable with sharing to the world. Your public name? Sure. But your school or your home address or your email address? Maybe that's not really for public consumption. A movie review or what you think about the latest fried chicken being peddled out there? Sure, that can be on public. But if it's an opinion piece that you think someone can use against you in the future, maybe just set that for friends. Number 5 is to report those fake Facebook profiles as soon as you can. It's important that you do not give these fake Facebook profiles the time of day to populate the feed with posts or collect photos to upload as their own or even add people from your friends list. So if you see a profile that you suspect is a fake one, either for yourself or for friends, report it as soon as you can and make sure to tell your friends that they are being impersonated on Facebook. Number 6 would be to take screenshots of these fake Facebook profiles. Take a screenshot of everything, anything that they post, any private message that they send to you. These are potential evidence in case you need to make a case against these fake profiles. When taking screenshots, I would also recommend that you do not crop out the time and date stamps on the upper part of your phones or on the post itself. It's important that you can prove a time and place when this particular event happened. Number 7 would be to clean up your friends list. Maybe you mass accepted a bunch of people adding you as a friend on Facebook. Maybe you just didn't know any better. Maybe you wanted to show a large friend count. Well, those days are over. You have to clean up your friends list starting from now. Profiles with no pictures, no common friends, no posts, those are all warning signs, especially the ones that work in sketchy places. You know what I mean? Krusty Krabs and freelance models, anyone? But if you're a legitimate freelance model and you legitimately work at Krusty Krab, sorry, you're not included in that list. Number 8 would be to clean up your permitted Facebook apps. If you've ever had that notification from an app where it says, allow Facebook to access its data, well, those are the kinds of apps that I'm talking about. If there are games that you haven't touched in years or apps that you don't even remember why you installed them in the first place, then maybe it's time to get rid of them. I'll be sharing with you some helpful links in the description of the video below on how you can deactivate some of these apps from your account. Number 9 would be to clean up your Facebook page likes and also some of the Facebook groups that you belong to. The recent fake Facebook profile incident seems to have targeted a group of people who are from a specific school and some even from a specific company. So I think it might be worth revisiting all the pages and groups that you belong to. If there are groups that you haven't been active in for the longest time, maybe it's time to leave or transfer the conversation from a Facebook group to a private messaging group. Pages you've liked could also potentially leave you vulnerable to profiling, so it might be worth unliking or unfollowing some of the pages that you currently do and follow them in other ways. Number 10 is to not share any personal information on public spaces in social media. During my time as a social manager for a bank, you'd be surprised and shocked at how many people were willing to give out their credit card numbers as well as their 3-digit security number at the back of the card. People would regularly put out their full names and account numbers on comment sections where anyone and everyone could see those details and steal them. It's time for us to be extra careful about sharing our phone numbers, our email addresses, and of course, ID numbers on social media pages and comment sections. One of my friends did a really good thing a few weeks ago before he paid for something online. He noticed that I was a common friend with that account, and he asked me if I knew that person and if I knew that that person was actually selling those things. And I said, yes, that person is legit and that's a real person. And he proceeded with the transaction. You gotta do your research, guys. Try to make sure that the person that you're sharing your name, your phone number, your email address, payment terms is a real human being and somebody that you could contact offline as much as possible. Number 11 is do not engage or interact in any way with fake Facebook accounts. This is especially important if they send you a private message or drop a comment on your newsfeed. The last thing you want is to give them the satisfaction of you responding to their trolling. And also, in the heat of the moment, they might manipulate you into saying something stupid, something incriminating, or even get you to reveal a personal piece of information. That's very dangerous for you. So if you suspect that you're chatting with a fake Facebook profile, do not engage, do not interact, do not respond. Instead, do number 3 and number 5 on this list. Number 12, and you're not going to like this if you love Facebook games, is to stop taking those Facebook quizzes. I mean, think about it. Do you really have to know what kind of pizza you are? You could be sharing a lot of personal information to these apps and you have no idea where these data points about you are being sent or where they're even being saved. I'm also going to link some resources in the video description below so you can read in your own time about the dangers of taking these random Facebook quizzes. Yes, they can be fun, and also, yes, they can be dangerous for your identity. Number 13 is to enable two-factor authentication and also to log out of your devices. Anytime you or someone else logs into your Facebook account through another device, you're going to receive a special code or a special password that you'll have to input to confirm that it really is you who's trying to access your account. If it's you, you're going to get that code or password in the device that you use to log in Facebook. And if it's not you, at least you know that someone out there is trying to get into your account. That's a sure signal to go and change your password. If you have multiple devices that you use to access your Facebook account, yes, it can be quite troublesome. But think about it. Trouble, safety and security, I'd go with this one. If you're not using a device that you own, I would also highly recommend for you to log out of your account. I'll put a link to a detailed guide on how you can enable two-factor authentication. Just check out the description of the video below. A VPN or a virtual private network can help keep your connection secure and anonymous. A lot of us access the internet on unsecured public Wi-Fi, such as the ones you find on cafes, shopping malls, and airports. VPNs give you that added layer of security against hackers, malware, or even people or companies that are trying to peek into your personal communications and your personal data. But aside from the security feature, another thing I like about using a VPN is that I can stream content from other countries. And finally, number 15 is to censor personally identifiable information from content that you post online. In many buy and sell groups, they require you to take a photo of your ID together with your merchandise. I think that's a massively unsafe activity to do. So if it's possible, try to ask the moderators if you will be allowed to remove things such as the ID number, your full name, your date of birth, and even your address. How about you? How would you protect yourself from these fake Facebook profiles? Let me know and help out the community. Drop a comment below. If you found this video useful and helpful, please share it with a friend. And of course, don't forget to hit like and hit that subscribe button. My name is Jason, and thank you so much for watching this video. May you be better today and stay protected from these fakers.